After plenty of back and forth between Democrats and Republicans,
American people need our Democratic friends to take yes for an answer.
It creates a $500 billion slush fund for Steve Mnuchin to, hand out loans to corporations.
This afternoon at the White House, President Trump signed that $2 trillion economic stimulus package that passed the House earlier.
we wanted to look into what was actually inside the bill. It's more than 800 pages of information, and it touches on almost every single facet of American life and the economy. So I hit up Kyle Cheney, one of our congressional reporters, on Skype to dig into it a little more.
All right, perfect.
All right.
All right, how are you? How are things?
Things are good. Things are good. They're just day to day.
The big things that are in this bill, like what are the big things that make up this bill?
So the $500-ish billion fund for distressed industries, huge piece. The direct payments is another one. And then I think the other piece that we haven't talked about is the money to support the hospital and healthcare industry. The last big piece I would mention is unemployment insurance.
So let's start at the top of that list, the hundreds of billions of dollars of government bailouts. For weeks, almost every industry has seen downturns as people have been social distancing, working from home, and states have been ordering non-essential businesses closed. The fund would be controlled by the Treasury Department and subject to scrutiny via public reporting and 2 new oversight entities created by the bill.
The industries that receive it, the companies that benefit from it, can't just take the money and then lay off their workforce. They can't just take the money and use it for stock buybacks. Things that were a problem in the 2008-2009 financial crisis.
The fund includes $46 billion for the airline industry. The remaining $454 billion is for lending programs that will go to other businesses, cities, towns, and even states. One thing that most of us are probably more excited about and interested in is the $300 million in direct payments to Americans. It's $1,200 for every adult who qualifies and $500 for every child under 17. The payments start to phase out for individuals that make more than $75,000, $112,500 for folks that are heads of their household like single parents, and $150,000 for married couples that file jointly.
That'll help for a little bit. That's not enough if this crisis goes on, so that's where you'll hear some complaints. But it's something, and it's immediate.
The logistics of how and when people can expect the money are still being worked out. The Trump administration has talked about April 6th as the date, but depending on whether it's a check in the mail or a direct deposit, that date could move. There's also $100 billion for the hospital and healthcare industries that have just been crushed under the weight of this virus.
They're over capacity, essentially, or about to hit capacity, because we still haven't reached the peak of this crisis. They're low on equipment. Their personnel is overworked right now, and they don't have beds. They don't have enough beds for people that are going to be to be coming in or will expect to be coming in the next few days and weeks.
The last big one we'll look at is the help for the people that have lost their jobs. Just last week, more than 3 million people filed for unemployment benefits. For perspective's sake, that's 5 times more than the previous record of 695,000 in a week in 1982.
There's money in there for up to 4 months to pay most of their salaries, up to $600 a week, in addition to whatever the states are going to give you. So it's a way to help people who are laid off, who are furloughed, get through at least the next 3 or 4 months.
This is a whole lot of money, point blank, yes. But we may not have even hit the peak of this virus, and the impact on the economy is still not clear. So you can expect more help from the federal government coming. The House is already talking about a 4th bill that would hit any of those possible long-term effects.